Today's adventure is going to be on the Northeastern Rail Trail, starting from Alpena, Michigan, and heading northwest. We're going to travel through historic towns such as Metz and Millersburg, go by a rearing facility for sturgeon on the Black River, and on up to Cheboygan. The trail will give you 71 miles of northeastern Michigan countryside. You can ride the whole trail in one adventure, or you can break it up into sections, much as I have done. The trail is a 10-foot wide crushed limestone packed surface. It is ideal for mountain bikes, dual sport bikes, and fat tire bikes. Please bring food, water, your camera to catch the scenic beauty along the way, and always wear a helmet. I get a deep feeling of wonder when riding this rail trail of all the people, supplies, timber, stone, and who knows what else that has traveled back and forth from Alpena to Cheboygan and beyond.
Riding on the railroad trail, we find all kinds of hidden history and natural wonders, from the forgotten remnants of farms and homes to the beautiful landscapes or the gentle trickle of a spring.
Much of the trail is through a tunnel of trees with farmland, ponds, and streams along the way. There's a sinkhole you can catch a glimpse of, an old wood boat close to the trail, and a long-gone train station at the crossroads of pure Michigan. In 1878, Metz was formed as a little community of mainly German and Polish immigrants. They were a farming and lumbering community that also did shipping along the railway here. In 1908, October 15th, there was a day of infamy when a fire started west of Metz. Metz being directly in its path, it burned the town down completely. All businesses, homes, churches were destroyed. Some people tried to get away by hopping onto the train and heading towards Posen. That was futile in the fact that the fire had warped the rails and the train derailed. Many people were killed, few survived.
Over 100 years after the Metz fire, an activity center has been erected here. This activity center includes a small nature walk with information about the Metz fire. It also includes a small children's playground and a picnic area with restrooms. Or if you prefer, there is the Metz Tavern with food and drink.
Being a direct descendant of survivors of the Metz fire, I have a collective interest in keeping the history of this alive. Although the town was leveled by the Great Fire in 1908, there is still a town here today, and they are here to tell the story of that fire and those who survived. Along the way, you will touch the south end of the old Big Cut Quarry, which dates back to the early 1900s. Big Cut was once a D&M station and provided aggregates used in Michigan concrete highways and bridges. Closed in the early 80s, nature is slowly reclaiming the land.
It's truly amazing to ride past so many undiscovered and unknown places.
Well, we're at the midpoint of the trail system in Millersburg, Michigan. This is the home to the last standing D&M Railroad train station in Presque Isle County. They are turning the railroad station into a museum, and they're going to have artifacts and train memorabilia, including a 1900s kitchen. We're going to head off now and work our way up to Onaway.
Passing Onaway and then Tower, you are entering Black River and Sturgeon country. We will soon find ourselves riding by the sturgeon rearing facility located along the Black River next to Cleaver Dam.
Sturgeon have been around for millions of years. They live mostly in freshwater environments and can live to be 150 years old or older. Some sturgeon can get as long as 12 feet. These prehistoric fish have been vastly decimated by overfishing, pollution, and the building of dams. Though they have been making a comeback recently, they are still endangered of extinction.
Riding into the small community of Aloha bordering the east shore of Mullet Lake, you find a charming village alongside Aloha State Park with 278 campsites, sandy beaches, clear water, and friendly people. There is a store open year-round, apple orchard, and a small vineyard nearby as well.
Passing Aloha State Park, we see the great waters of Mullet Lake. Mullet Lake is one of 4 lakes that are interconnected by the inland waterways, a series of rivers, lakes, and canals that connect together and eventually flow out into Lake Huron. The inland waterway is 40 miles long and is best accessed by motorboat.
After leaving Aloha, you will cross the Cheboygan River on our way to the city of Cheboygan. Sitting on the shore of Lake Huron with the river flowing through, you will find many fine restaurants, shopping, and a local brewery. As you wander around town, you will see wonderful artworks, parks, and green areas to enjoy. This marks the end of our Northeastern Michigan Rail Trail ride from Alpena, Michigan to Cheboygan. That's a 71-mile ride, and you can take that either in a one-day trip if you've got the guts to do that, or you can ride it in multiple sections as I have done. Doing this ride, you will get to see the beautiful sunrise side, and where one trail ends, another one begins. All in all, this has been an epic adventure with my son Eli as we shared the beauty and wonder that Northeast Michigan has to offer. And remember, the trail continues on to the Mackinac Bridge. Michigan is rich with adventure, and I invite you to create your own. All it takes is just one step forward. For more information on this adventure and adventures like it, go to MichiganMicroAdventures.com and visit Alpena.com.
Saw you smile in the sunlight. Your windblown hair never looked so beautiful to me. Driving up to Thompson Harbor, fell asleep nice and tucked away in the backseat. Though you weren't the first to say it, you were the last one I thought I'd ever hear from. And with the weather growing colder, the nights got longer. I didn't know where you had been. I don't have to keep no words from behind. I don't have to keep the peace this time. I'm going